Well, this is a serious word for all of us in the United States of America, and yea, in any nation, any country on the planet Earth. The wise man Solomon said in the Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 34, righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Now, small sentence, yea, looming meaning. Righteousness has been preached since the Son of Righteousness rose with healing in his wings. And we know who the Son of Righteousness is. That's the Lord Jesus Christ. Not only in Malachi, not only in the Gospels when he rose from the dead, but in the book of Revelation, when you see that woman standing upon the moon, as it were, clothed with the sun, with a crown of 12 stars upon her head. Righteousness, meaning Christ, exalts a nation. Yes, that's right. Whether the nation knows it or not, God puts up one and take down another. He ruled in the kingdom of men, so says Brother Daniel. Now, but sin, missing the mark, an offense, a transgression, sin, that which is unrighteous, that which is sinful, is a reproach, is a shame to any people. You know, there was a man of God way back in 1905 by the name of Francis Grimke, who was in Washington preaching this message to a congregation of people. I want you to hear exactly what he said, how he says it, and the impact it seemed to make on the people back then.
The stars and stripes, the old flag, will float over all these states.
Yes. Yes.
If the time ever comes when we shall go to pieces, it will be from inward corruption.
Amen.
From the disregard of right principles, from losing sight of the fact that righteousness exalteth a nation,
Yes.
but that sin is a reproach to any people.
Amen.
The secession of the southern states in 1860 was a small matter with the secession of the Union itself from the great principles enunciated in the Declaration of Independence,
Yes.
in the Golden Rule,
Yes.
in the Ten Commandments,
Come on, preacher.
in the Sermon on the Mount.
That's it. That's
Unless
a
we
word.
hold and hold firmly
Yeah.
to these great fundamental principles
Right.
of
Yeah.
righteousness,
Yes.
our union will only be a covenant with death and an agreement with hell.
Yes. Amen.
If it continues to exist, it will be a curse and not a blessing.
My Lord.
Now, well said. All right. Righteousness, doing it God's way. Not just doing the right thing, but doing the right thing the right way. You can be right and not righteous. Righteousness exalts or lifts up or puts on high or displays. The United States of America, yea, and many nations in history have been exalted because they were doing the right thing the right way. But now, especially in America, they're not doing it the right way. When same-sex so-called marriage and unions are being enacted into law, that is sin. That is the worst of sins, all right? You know, you have levels of sin, and some people say there's no level. Yeah, John said it this way. if any man sin a sin that is not unto death, I say you should pray for it. But there is a sin unto death, he says. I do not say that you should pray for it. That's right. There are sins that can get you on up the road, down the road, cross the road, and be dealt with later. But there are sins that are so horrific, such as homosexuality, same-sex so-called marriage, aborting children in the womb of women. Those sins will bring the reproach, will bring a nation down. Now, God is long-suffering because of the righteous content within the nation. Sodom and Gomorrah would have been spared if they could find just 10 people. Couldn't, I don't think, find 5. So, yes, don't mistake God's long-suffering for acceptance. Don't accept the rule, even of law, that man enacts to bring about iniquitous, mischievous ways as God approval. No. Righteousness, and only righteousness, where Christ can be glorified, even though people may not know him personally. But there are a lot of people that can benefit from righteousness. Let's stay away from sin, my friend. You can't win with sin. Until the next time, God bless.